Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is my complete PHP playlist where you can find all PHP related videos. So if you are a beginner or want to enhance your PHP skills, then you can follow this complete playlist till the end. I am adding all PHP related videos in this playlist. So in the last lecture, we learned about the ternary operator in PHP, and in this lecture we are going to learn about typecasting. So we will learn typecasting in depth by taking example. So by the end of this video, you will have clear understanding of typecasting. So let us start. Let me open. I have opened the same learn PHP folder which is inside htdocs, which we are using throughout the series. So I will create a new file for this lecture. Let me name it as, this is our 18th lecture, so I will name it as L-18, and then casting .php. So we will start a PHP script here. So first of all, what is typecasting? So typecasting means converting the value of one data type into the another data type. So during development, there are many situations in which we have to convert string into integer, integer into string, float into string, and to perform some operations, we want to convert the data type of the variables. So converting the data type manually is called typecasting. So we will see by examples how typecasting works in PHP. Let me take some variable like $a, which is integer 5, then $b, which is a float variable, or double you can say, like decimal points values, and $c, we will take it as a string like hello, and another variable, let me take a boolean variable true. So these are the four different types of variables that are commonly used, like integer or float or double we can say, and then a string, and then a boolean variable. So let me explain first how to typecast a variable into integer. For example, this variable is a float. It has value after decimal points, and this is a string, and this is a boolean. So what if you want to cast this b, c, and d into integer? So you can do that, like for example, we want to cast this float variable into integer. So we can do like $b is equal to integer. Inside parentheses we have to write the data type in which we want to cast, like we want to cast into integer. So, and after that the variable name which we want to cast, like we will convert $b into integer and again assign it to b. So now if I print the like $b, I var dump on $b. Initially $b was a float value, but since we have typecasted here using this parenthesis as int, now it should be converted into integer, like it should be converted into 5, this 5.34. Let us check the output. So like our file name is L-18 casting.php. So you can see that it is printing integer 5. What if I comment this line like I don't perform typecasting? If I don't perform typecasting, then it is giving a float value. So after typecasting, it converted the b into an integer. So it converted 5.34 to 5. Now let us check how it works with boolean, like if you want to convert a boolean value into an integer. So let me take another let me add here, like so our d is a boolean variable, so we want to convert it into integer, so we'll write integer inside parenthesis and dollar $d, and if I var dump dollar $d, let me change here. So now you can see that d is a boolean variable, but we are typecasting it into integer. Let's see, it should give 1 since it is true here. So when converting into integer, so you can see like variable is converted into integer and its value is 1. So in this way you can typecast boolean into integer. And suppose now you want to typecast string into integer, like this is some random string having characters. So let us check what will be the output in that case. So C is the variable which is holding string, so dollar $C is equal to the integer of dollar $C. Since it is a string, let us see what will happen. So since in the string we don't have any numeric value in the starting, so it will simply assign a value 0 to it. Let us check the output. You can see that it has converted into integer and the value is 0. Now in the case of strings, there is a case like what if we have some numbers in the beginning, like 3 4. If we have string of this type, then what will happen is like it will convert the starting numeric digits and assign value to C. Like if we use string 34 hello, then typecast it into integer, it will be converted into 34. But if we don't have any values in the starting, then it will simply assign 0. Let us check the output again after starting the string with 3 4. So you can see that if string is starting with 3 4, then it has taken the starting values. So this is the important point in case of string. Like if string is starting with some numbers, then it will assign those numbers on typecasting. So this is true only in case of starting. This is not true if we put this number somewhere else, like in the end. Let us check putting at the end. Now also it should give 0. You can see. So it start comparing from the starting. Now, so this is the case when we want to convert the variable into integers. Now let us check the scenarios where we want to convert some variables from different type to string. Like for example, we want to convert this integer a, which is 5, into string. To convert that into string, like what we can do is $a inside parentheses. We just have to write. Similarly, we will write string here, and we will give $a. And if we print this value using VARDUP, we know the value along with its type. So let us check if I convert this a into string, what will happen. So you can see that it is giving string of 1 character. So 5 integer is now converted into string 5. So in this way you can convert integer into string, and similarly you can convert float into string as well. Like if I give, we can change here as well, like if we want to convert it into string, b is 5.34, so which is a float value, float or double we can say. So when we convert it into string, then it should be converted into string 5.34. Let us check by printing $b now. we have changed the b to string here. So you can see that it has converted into string of 4 characters, like 5.34. So in this way, float value can also be converted into string. And now let us check the in case of boolean, like what will happen if we convert boolean to string. Like d is a boolean variable, so we will convert d. We can change here itself like string. So if I print now d, I have typecasted d into string, and now I am printing d using var_dump. So let us check true when converted into string. You can see that true will be converted into a string inside which there is a digit 1. So true is converted into a string 1. Let me check what will happen if I change this value to false. So what will uh, be the string in case of false? I think it will give empty string. So string of 0 characters. This is the length of string. So you can see it is converted into empty string. So in case of boolean, if value is true, then it will be converted into a string which is having 1, and if value is false, then it will be converted into empty string. So this is the main point in when converting into string. Now let us check converting into float. So we will start with a, that is a is a integer here. Suppose we want to convert it into float, so simply we will do, instead of string we will write float here, and we will var_dump a. So if we convert it into float or double, so you can see that initially a was an integer with value 5, but now it is a float. And what will happen if we convert a string into float? So c is a string here. So let me change to float. String is having numbers at the end, so it should be converted into 0. So let us check by printing c. You can see, like since the string is not having any numbers in the starting, so it is converted into 0, but the data type this time is float. It will work similar similar to like we used in the integers. If the string starts with some characters like 45, then it will take that value. You can see that if string is starting from the characters, it will take that value. So this is the main point, like when we convert the string into integer or float, if starting has some character, then it will take those characters and convert it into them integer or a float. Whereas if we have in the end and string starts with some other characters, then it will assign the value 0 to it. Now let us check what will happen if we convert like boolean to float. So d is our boolean variable. You can see that d is assigned a value false. Let me convert it into float. Let me print d. So you can see that false is converted into value 0 of float type. So it is almost similar to conversion of other values into integer. Similarly, it works in case of float as well. Just the data type of the values is different. So now So now let us check converting the values into boolean. For example, a is let me take some more integer like a. What will happen if we have a1 which is negative and dollar a2 which is having some point values like 0.1, this and this. Let me have some empty string as well, dollar c1. So uh, let us check what will happen if we I convert this a, which is a simple integer, into an boolean a1 into simple integer, which is a -1 and 0.1, and let me take another integer like a3 which is 0. So let us check the output. So first I will convert this a into boolean type. So a is 5. After converting into boolean, it should be converted into true. Let us check whether I am printing a or not. I am printing d. Let me print a. So you can see that 5 is converted into value true, which is a boolean value. Now let us check for negative integers like -1 in dollar a1 and dollar. I will copy this line, paste it there. A1 equal to bool of a1. We are converting a1, which is -1. So let me convert all of these in one time, and we will check the output. So let me convert a2 as well. So this is a2, and let me convert a3. So a3. So let me convert string. Let me convert b and then a string c and c1. So this is b and then a string. I want to convert b here. Let me convert c and c1. Dollar c is equal to bool of dollar c. Dollar c1 is equal to bool of dollar c1. So let me print all of these like a1. So we'll start with a1, then we have a2. So we will check all the output in one go. Then a3, then we have b, c and c1. So we will change it b, c and c1. So let us check the output. So you can see that first we are converting a, which is an integer 5, then integer -1, then integer 0.1. So what will happen is, if we have any value other than 0 in case of integer, then they will be converted into 1. If value in case of 0, it will be converted into they will be converted into true for all other values. If it is 0, then it will be converted into false. Similarly for b, since it has some value, so it will be converted into 1. Similarly for non-empty string, it will be converted into true because it has some values, but in case of empty, it will be converted into false. Let us check the output. So we are printing everything. So let us check first three, like a1 and a2. So a is an integer, 5 minus 1.1, and then 0. Let us check first 4 output, and then we will see other 4. So you can see that first, second, third is true, and fourth is false. Since first has some value 5, it is giving true in case of -1 as well, and true in case of 0.1 as well, but for 0 it is giving false. So this is the important point to remember. Like if we have some values, then it will be converted into true. If you don't have any values, then only it will be converted into false. Now check for the b. Like b has 5.34, 5.34. So if we check for b, then it is true. Now this is for strings c. It is giving true because it has some values. But for empty string, let us check the output. It is giving false. So bool gives false for 0 or empty strings. If variable have some value, then it will give true. So this is way, in this way we can convert another data type into bool. So we can also convert array into object and object into arrays using similar parenthesis syntax, so which we will see later when we study object oriented programming. So this is all from this lecture. Hope the type conversion is clear to you, and if you found the video useful, then you can like the video and subscribe the channel. If you have any doubts, then you can ask question in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video.